What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harrison, and I just got done recording my potential multiplayer components of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And honestly, guys, I'm just excited about this game. We're so close. We're 4 months out, in 2 days. So in the fact that we know nothing still really is insane. So I have a theory for you guys, and it may be, it probably not going to happen, but it's fun to speculate about Zelda. It's always fun to speculate about Nintendo when we think their next direct is going to come. So again, this is pure speculation. I have no evidence or anything like that to back up what I'm going to state, but I think this could possibly be an option. So my prediction is next week, probably maybe next Tuesday, maybe next Wednesday, maybe next Thursday, we're going to get a full blown Tears of the Kingdom direct. Now, I know a lot of people still want, the regular, direct, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But, and the reason why I'm thinking this is the OLED leak. I think, now that I've looked at it a couple more times, I think that leak is probably true. I mean, it looks like something Nintendo would put together for Zelda. It doesn't look, anything super crazy that they wouldn't do. You go back and look at all their other Zelda related systems and handhelds, and they kind of look similar. They've got that, either green or gold finish to it. So I think it's a possibility, right? So, and typically with those OLED models, for the when they're based off of a game, they're usually out about a month in advance of when the game launches. So if Zelda comes out, in May, we'll probably get it either late March or early April. And they've got to have a little bit of time for people to pre-order, because obviously they know pre-orders are going to be insane for that console. So I think the sooner they get the direct out, the better. Because we just need to know about Zelda, right? We need to know, we need to see a lot of gameplay. We need to see, if there's any changes, all that good stuff, the things that we want. How does the sky mechanics work? The new glider that we saw. What's the story? What's going on? We already need to see the game, because we've only got like maybe 5 or 6 collective minutes of Zelda, and maybe 1 minute of that has been proper gameplay. So we need to see something, obviously, with it coming out pretty soon. But it just makes sense for them to go ahead and do the full-blown direct, get that out of the way, and then obviously over the next coming months they can, release like little overview trailers and gameplay trailers over on YouTube like they normally do for most of their games. Now, I know some people are thinking, well, if they do a Zelda Direct next week, it's going to maybe cut off sales for Fire Emblem. But I mean, honestly, like, if you're a Fire Emblem fan, either way, you're going to pick that game up. So I don't think, having the Direct that next week is going to hinder sales or necessarily overshadow Fire Emblem. I think it's totally fine on its own. I think it's going to sell. It's going to sell, and be fine. So I think they need to get that out of the way. I think that's potentially a good time slot for them to do that, and then have plenty of marketing time up until May when the game launches. That being said, I think in February, and this is why I also think that maybe next week's a good time slot too, because in February, mid-February, maybe early, I think we'll get our normal, proper, full-on Nintendo Direct that we usually expect every single year. Where they'll talk about their lineup for the rest of the year, or maybe early in the half of the year, and then maybe, maybe the rumored Metroid Prime remake's going to be in there. Maybe they'll talk about Metroid Prime 4. That could possibly be in there. So I think it's possible for them to do a Zelda Direct in January, and then the proper, normal Direct in February. So now that that's been said, here's what I think we'll see in that Direct, because again, it's fun to, to speculate. So I think we'll get a lengthy demo, lengthy gameplay. Like maybe I think the total Direct will be about 45 minutes, for the Zelda Direct. We'll get, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes of gameplay. I don't know if they They may talk about an expansion pass for Zelda. Um, that is a possibility, and go over the time frame for when that DLC comes out. That could be a possibility. I think they'll go over new amiibo. I think we're gonna see um, some new Zelda amiibo for the first time in a long time since Skyward Sword, but we only got the Skyloft amiibo. So I think we'll get a new set of amiibo because those amiibo did so well during during Breath of the Wild and sold for months and months after. So I think it makes a lot of sense for them to bring those back and bring out like maybe 5 or 6 of them, which is awesome because I love amiibo. I have all the Zelda amiibo, so very excited for that if that's a possibility. So um yeah, and I don't know what else they would do. I don't think they tack on anything else Zelda related. Maybe well I think they'll talk about the special edition. I think there's going to be like a high end special edition for Zelda, either that or maybe one that like they do for Fire Emblem or Bayonetta that they've been doing for the last couple of years. I think that could be a possibility. But I would love to see like a $150 broken Master Sword or something like that statue. That could be super cool. So I think we'll get that. Um, I don't know if they give us any other Zelda tidbits. Like I don't think we'll see the Wind Waker Twilight Princess pack in there. I don't think they'll talk about that. I think it'll just be strictly Tears of the Kingdom. I think that makes so much sense for them to do it next week. Again, I know this is kind of my hype building up for the game, and I'm just very excited to continue to talk about Zelda. And every little thought, I'm like, all right, let me record a video because it's always fun to speculate. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that's a possibility that we'll see one next week? I mean, we could wake up tomorrow and Nintendo announces a Direct, so that's always a possibility as well. And this video won't make sense at all. But I think next week is a good time frame, even with Fire Emblem launching next Friday. I think it still makes a lot of sense. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy. And I will see you in the next video.